friends, this video is going to quickly review finding the volume of a composite figure. This will be something that is on your test on Friday. There are more examples that I go over on your study guide, so if you want additional help, go look at that. But I wanted to post just a quick video to go over an example for you to look over as you're reviewing for your test at home. So we're going to look right here at this problem number 10. Many of you did this problem in class, but this is the one I chose to do for our video. So remember, the first thing that we're going to have to do when finding the volume of a composite figure is we're going to have to make our chop, right? So we're going to ninja chop that composite block, find the rectangular prisms. And we can chop it two ways. We can chop it up and down like this, or I could, if I wanted to, I could chop it straight across like this. I think I'm going to chop it up and down. So here I go. Yeah. All right, so it's been chopped. So now you see that I have two rectangular prisms. I have this rectangular prism here, which I'm going to color in purple, and then I have this rectangular prism here, which I'm going to color with my red color. So I have two different figures, and the reason we have to chop our composite figure up is because I need to be able to use my formula, length times width times height, to find volume. And I can only use that formula when I'm looking at rectangular prisms. So let's look at the purple prism first. Right away, I can see that my width is 10 centimeters. So I'm going to label that with a W. Now let's look at the length. My length, well, this whole entire length here is 8 centimeters, this whole side right here. But my purple figure only goes to about here. So it's not 8. My length, it can't be 8. So how do I figure out what it is? I have to use those parallel lines. So what I do see is that if I look at this red figure here, I see that it has a width labeled up here as 4 centimeters. Remember what we talked about it with parallel lines? If this is 4 centimeters, then this is 4 centimeters. And if this edge is 4 centimeters, then this edge is 4 centimeters. So the red's width of 4 centimeters tells me that this width, the purple width, must also be 4 centimeters, because 4 plus 4 would give me my total length of 8. So right over here is also 4 centimeters, and that's my length. Now let's look at the height. Well, I see over here in my red figure that the height is 5, but this figure is much shorter. So how do I figure out what this tiny volume is here? Well, if I go around and I look at my other parallel lines, I see that over here, from the top to the purple is 4. Well, if from the top to the purple is 4, and the whole total height is 5, that must mean that this little height here is 1. Because if I added this height plus this height, it would give me my total height of 5. The 4 goes from the red to the purple, but remember, when I chopped it, I chopped the purple off. So my red's height is still 5. And this is 1 centimeter, so that's my height. So we can go ahead and we can find the volume of our purple figure by doing length times width times height, which is 4 times 10 times 1. 4 times 10 is 40, times 1 is still 40. So the volume for my purple shape is 40 centimeters cubed. Let's move on to the red one. All right, well, we already figured out what the length is. Remember, we saw it up here, and we also saw it down here. So our length is 4. Here's Miss Ford. That was easy, right? And we already talked about our height as well. Our height is 5, which we saw over here. So we can label our height of 5. So the only thing left to label is that width, that front to back. And we don't have anything labeled over here, but we can use our parallel lines. So we can go follow the parallel lines until we see that, oh, that's right, the width of our purple shape was 10. They have the same width, so that must also mean that the width of our red shape is 10 centimeters. There's our width. So we can multiply these together to get the volume of our red shape. So what is that? That's 4 times 5 times 10. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 times 10 is 200. So our volume for the red shape is 200. And then all we have to do is add these together to get our total volume. 200 plus 40 gives me an answer of 240 centimeters cubed. And that is our total volume. So there's a quick review of how to find volume of a composite figure. Hopefully this will help you as you are studying for your test. See you tomorrow in class.